Hey, everybody. How's it going out there? Well, I'm back. It's Sunday. It's a thing. And of course, I have to say welcome to the dark side of the room. I'm just going to check my sound real quick because in a lot of areas, quite a few of the areas that are out there, I'm always trying to make sure that everything is good for you guys. And that's good. Yep, that's very good. That's very good. I'm gonna turn my mic down just a little bit. All right, how you guys doing out there today? It is Sunday, and normally this would be a day for the game gallery, and it would have been on, say, a few hours ago. But we're making some changes to the website and everything else that's going out there. I, of course, am Solar Gray, the cinematic sorcerer, saying, what's going on, you guys? There's so much magic within my fingers that I'm having a hard time, like, touching things. But with that, I've got a lot of stuff to say, but you know, I gotta get all this stuff out of the way. Thank you guys for showing up. If you guys, you guys have, well, how can I put it? If you guys want to get a hold of me, ask questions, what can I say? Do a lot of different things as far as communication goes. Like, I don't know, make sure that I'm out there thanking you for showing up. Thank you. And thank you too. You're seriously, that's a serious thing out there. But thank you guys for showing up today. If you guys want to be part of the show, if you guys want to send me an email for me to read on air and answer your question in a public forum like this, that's cool. Just pull up your keyboard and type in backinthedeck at gmail.com. That's BACKINTHEDECK at gmail.com. You can also, oh wait, you're already on YouTube with us right now as I'm doing a live cast. So just make sure to roll a critical hit on that subscribe button and then back up that attack with a hit on that bell so you guys know when we do announcements and all that jazz. Follow us on the social medias like Twitter and Instagram. At Back in the Deck. I mean, it's pretty simple. That's the at symbol, BACKINTHEDECK. Or, yeah, did I say it right? At BACKINTHEDECK. That's right. That's at Back in the Deck. If you guys like the stuff that you're listening to or watching and all that jazz, hit us up on SoundCloud. That's soundcloud.com/BidP. That's /BID_P. And, of course, if you guys want to help us out just a little bit in a personal and immediate or regular type manner, I would appreciate that in a major way. And with that, you guys can head on over to you guys can head right over to our Patreon at patreon.com/BID_P. And we've got a few things that are going on here, but you guys have full access to our video archive and the stuff that we have been doing over the past few years. I'm uploading as fast as I can. And of course, if you guys happen to find a GoFundMe out there, well, we have not quite a new GoFundMe account, but we have to extend the GoFundMe account because we're trying to do bigger things. I want to say what's going on to my people over in NP City. What's going on, Deck Mob? How you guys doing out there? Woo, what? Okay, that's about as much of that particular accent as I can do this early in the afternoon. But with all that, wow, I got all the business out of the way, and it only took me less than 4 minutes, which is cool. That's the stuff that I've been trying to get at for a little while. So, let's see if I can cast a spell to get the music. Yeah. There we go. So, what's going on, you guys? I have a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk to you guys about. As you guys know, last weekend was the San Diego Comic Book Convention, which was awesome. It was awesome. Best show that I've been to personally, and best show that I have personally had the privilege of doing. Interesting. Oh wait, I'm just gonna change a couple of things over here. And yeah, people were like, oh, how'd it go? And I'll tell you guys honestly, it was so good. I don't know if I want to go back. I really don't, because I've got a very unfair measure under which to measure this stuff by. I'm like, yeah, no, that's all good. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff there. So there are a couple of things that I want to talk about. But first, I want to send a very special thanks out there to our patrons, our major patrons out there that merit having their credits out there. So what's going on to Paul Mansfield out in the mountains somewhere up high that probably don't have any snow right now, and of course to Shannon Boom Boom Lay. You guys are some of our biggest patrons right now, and we really appreciate you guys helping us keep the lights on. So did San Diego last week, did a lot of stuff, learned a lot of things about this whole internet broadcasting thing. I met a few of my absolute favorite YouTubers in gaming and films and just video essays and stuff like that. Really cool talking to you too, Jazz. What's going on? I'm glad that you are here, and welcome to the Deck Mob. Now, really loved everything about San Diego Comic-Con this year. It was amazing. But every time a person goes through something big and inspiring, that means a few changes have to be done. So one of the things that we're going to be doing over here at BidP is, as you guys know, we do a lot of stuff. We open up charities, or we don't open up charities. We open up gaming clubs for disenfranchised youth. And, that's something that's really big to me. Check the playlist and the previous videos of Darkcide of the Room, and you guys will see, Darkcide of the Room / How We Roll, and you guys will see there was a lot of difficulty in me personally being a nerd in the 80s and 90s in South Central Los Angeles, which was the essence of inner city. It was, that kind of thing. And a lot of things have changed for the better, but not far enough. So we do a lot of stuff to help ease the transition of the generation of nerds, or of disenfranchised nerds after me. I mean, I've come pretty far. I'm pretty well accepted as far as being a nerd and being a person of color who happens to be a nerd. But there are other people of color, fiscally disenfranchised people, LGBT, not to mention the ladies out there who happen to play Magic the Gathering, read comic books, like Star Trek. They're still not getting a fair shake either. It's we've got a lot of work to do. But how do I do that? By what means do I, as a grown man with a little more privilege now than I had growing up, do that? And I've been opening up clubs. I focus on the young, because if I can give them a decent place to be safe and to be themselves, then they don't have as much post-traumatic stress disorder going forward in life. That's the thing. But all help is appreciated, and so I'm spending a lot of time focusing on that in action, as it were. Now, here is another thing though, because we have been doing so many shows. I mean, there was a time where we were live casting 4 days a week with Buster Recap, which is our TV / movie review show. Game Gallery, where we focus on games. Hobby Halls, where we give lessons on how to do the hobby aspect, or the modeling and the dioramas and all that stuff, within the budgets that anybody can actually afford, as long as you have the base materials like scissors, school glue, and stuff that you can get at a Dollar Tree or 99 Only store. God, what else did we have? Of course, we had the Darkcide of the Room. We had How We Roll, which started off as my animated show, but I'm a terrible animator because I never took any classes. So there you go. And I was spread really thin in the editing and the Patreon and the SoundCloud and the YouTube and the Twitch and all that stuff. And I was spreading myself so thin that I don't think that I got enough I wasn't happy with the quality of the stuff that I was putting out. So I've decided to make a few changes to the company. We're going to cut back on the shows. We have to cut back on the shows a little bit to free up the schedules of my co-hosts, to make sure that our subject matter is more focused, and I don't want to say relevant, because the stuff that we talk about doesn't seem to go away. In fact, if we do our job properly, the stuff that I want to talk about will be old news. That'll be like, why are you bringing up all that old stuff? You know, if I succeed at what I'm doing, I won't be able to do this any longer. And that is what I'm working toward. So we're going to scale back. We're only going to do maybe 3 days a week. The dark side of the room, you guys are really starting to like. So we're definitely going to keep that up. We're definitely going to be keeping Buster Recap, because I love talking to you guys about the stuff that I'm watching on TV, especially since I'm not watching much on TV. But I also have to do a little bit more to bring in income to Back in the Deck. We're in a weird spot, and that is we don't have very many subscribers right now. And I have to do the stuff that it takes to get more subscribers. Now, that doesn't mean signing up for mail list. That doesn't mean paying for subscribers, because that's great to fudge the numbers, but that's not really doing the thing. So to get our messages out there, I have to do more crossover with people that are already carrying a lot of the torches that we're doing, but that means I won't have as much time to do the live casts, to do the editing of the videos, and work at the club. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. Talking with a few people in a certain school district that's setting some stuff up at the public libraries. We're talking to a few people about doing some stuff at children's hospitals. And all the stuff that we're working on right now means I've got to... That's right, Vixen. It is. Success is going out of business. At least not doing the stuff that... It's... Success is having to change the focus of the business because the original thing is no longer relevant. You know? At least when you're trying to do good. Seriously. I'm jazzed that Jezzer Zeus Vlogs is in here. I really did enjoy speaking with you at length over at the Hilton down in San Diego. That was pretty awesome. But yeah, so in order to do the work that must be done, I have to cut back on the stuff that we do inside the Wizard's Tower and actually spend a little more time in the field. But that being said, I need your guys' help. I need the Deckers out there to promote the channel, to share. And this is an interesting thing because I know you guys. I am one of you guys. I started the club. And I happen to be an extrovert escapist. I know this. I'm always out there. I walk up to strangers in places. Matter of fact, one of my mentors even publicly stated that he saw me prance up to children and start contact juggling in front of them and talk to them at Disneyland. And yeah, that's how I roll. But I know that's not how you guys roll. When it comes to interacting with people, I tend to have more spoons than the people I know. And a lot of you guys out there don't have as much, what's the term I'm looking for? As much desire to be super social as, say, I do, or certain people like me. And that's not a slight. That's just how you roll. But we over here Back in the Deck need your guys' help in promoting the channel. Share our videos. Talk to people about us. Point them over at the Patreon. We're having a few contests when it comes to those particular things, because it's one thing to ask for help. It's another thing to ask for, or it's one thing to ask for assistance. It's another thing to beg for a handout. And I'm not against begging for handouts. Let's get that right there. Okay, I'm not against begging. I ain't too proud. But I tend to wait for begging until there's no other option. So this is what we gonna do. I ended up getting some pretty decent prize supports coming down at San Diego Comic-Con. Well, pretty decent price support at San Diego. I've had some pretty decent price support going down with the merchandising and stuff, and that is one of the things that's coming up. Hopefully by mid August, we're gonna be there we go. We're going to be working on the merchandise store. Now, this is important because, again, we got to keep these lights on, especially while I'm out there making these clubs and all that stuff. So I worked out, I worked out a couple of things, and we're going to have a little bit of a contest based on the price support that we were given, and based on some of the, what is the term? And based on some of the merchandise that we over here at BidP have been working on, which is cool. Hang on. Yep. So this is what we're going to be doing. As you guys know, or as you guys might have seen last week while we were talking about the initial support and stuff that we ended up getting at San Diego. I had to figure out something to do. Okay. Ooh, man, some people had to leave. That's okay. And one of the things that I ended up doing was I took a look at our numbers. Numbers. I love numbers. Numbers. Gotta love it all. And one of the things that I took a look at is the new beast, the what is the term? Cyclopean horror that is the YouTube algorithm limits what we can do. Okay, it limits a lot that we can do. Example, I don't have the ability, or neither does any of my co-hosts, to live stream anything onto YouTube from the road. That's a huge thing, you know. When we're at these clubs and we're working with these kids, we can't really tell you guys in real time the stuff that's going on. We just don't. Well, we could if we set up the studio, okay? And that right there is a huge problem. So I had to ask, like, what is the reason that we can't do that? And it turns out that is a privilege that YouTube and its algorithm in all infinite wisdom reserves strictly for people that have 1,000 or more subscribers. And right now we're only at 161. So I am going to start a contest. Woo! Contest time! Do. Oh, you guys had to reload. I'm totally there with you. So we're going to do a contest. And it comes down to this. This is going to go between our YouTube. We're going to have one for YouTube, one for Patreon, and one for our Twitch channel. And it's really simple. I have 3 prizes in the running. Prize number 1 are the Ninja Turtles expansion for the game Zombicide. These things are awesome. They have fantastic miniatures. And when I say the expansion, it comes in 2 sets because they were smart enough, or evil enough, or whatever. Now I think it's smart enough to spread the models between the teams that you might want. So one half comes with 2 Ninja Turtles and Shredder and Krang. The other one comes with the other 2 Ninja Turtles and Bebop and Rocksteady. Okay, so what we're gonna do is when we go over to our Patreon and we hit 100 patrons, we're going to have a raffle throughout the patrons. Okay, we're gonna have a raffle from the patrons, and the winner is going to get either the expansion that I just talked about, or one of the back in the deck dice rollers. They come in the flavor of nope. Hang on, I have to give a better picture here. Either there we are. The Cthulhu dice roller. Okay, made over here at Back in the Deck Studios. The Angel of Death dice roller. I'm gonna pull up a better picture really quickly just to make sure I can yeah, well, I'll pull up a better picture in a minute. And of course, one of the Ninja Turtles gigs from IDW, and also a set of the Back in the Deck dungeon tiles. Okay, now hopefully by next month, these things are going to be up on the eBay store, and they're going to be for sale, and they're not going to be exactly cheap. Because again, we're trying to keep the lights on and pay for plane tickets and things like that. So, when we hit 100 patrons, I will do a random draw from the Patreons, or from our patrons, and they'll be getting one of those things. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a draw from the YouTube subscribers, just a random drawing, and the YouTube subscribers will get one of those three things. And the same will come when we do Twitch. So one of the three. Now here is the deal, Sparky. When it comes to this particular contest, if we hit 100 patrons, we'll do this thing. If we hit 200 patrons, we'll do it again for the patrons, and the winner of that raffle will get two of the things, two of the four potential prizes. If we get up to 2,000, subscribers on YouTube, same thing. If we get up to 2,000 on Twitch, same thing. Of course, when you do the Patreon, you get other stuff that comes down with that. But we really need to up those numbers so that we can start live streaming on YouTube from the road, so you guys can see these clubs we go into, these neighborhoods that we go into, instead of me having to record them on the phone or on the camera, then take them back to the editing bay and show you guys the stuff that we got. You can just like, oh my God, yeah, look, this is the stuff he's doing. These are the neighborhoods that he's in. I really want to keep you guys appraised. I really do. Don't really care about the Twitter followers. I don't do a whole lot on there. This is not a matter of monetization as it is. I'm really trying to reach as many people as possible. Okay. The monetization really comes down to, how can I put it? Getting enough to keep the lights on and enough to hire a lawyer to see whether or not it is beneficial or possible to turn Back in the Decks LLC to have a subsidiary that's that's not 1040, but 501c3. Okay, I want to do more nonprofit and more not-for-profit stuff. However, again, pouring a lot of resources into keeping the lights on and making sure that we're here for you guys. So, to repeat, we are going to be talking about, we are going to be reducing the shows to maybe 3 days a week, which is Mondays around 4:30 is going to be Bust a Recap on the Twitch channel. Mondays will be Bust a Recap on Twitch, and that will be with the Henchman, good old License to Hench. Tuesdays around 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're not in California or Nevada, you guys should just be getting home from work. And that'll be the dark side of the room. Okay, so Tuesday evenings. And maybe Sunday afternoons, 1 o'clock Pacific Time. So you guys do the math on that. we might be doing this show. I'd like to reopen Hobby Hall, but I have to change a lot of the camera configurations to show you guys how to make miniatures, terrain, and stuff like that. Thing is, there's a lot of those videos already out there. And one, I don't want to step on toes. I really don't want to step on toes. And I don't want to give you guys information that really you can get elsewhere and it might be better. So with Hobby Hall, I will probably be focusing on the classes that I give on Tuesday nights. And those won't be live, those will be uploaded. And of course, we're working on a couple of other shows, a couple of simulcasts, and a couple of new games that we'll be running. We'll be running them live on Twitch, and then right after they run live on Twitch, we'll be taking them down and releasing them here on YouTube. And of course on Patreon. So the patrons always get early access because that's just how that rolls. And that's the stuff that we are going to be doing in the future. Sorry about the dead airs, and this thing is not scripted. This is live, and honestly, I really decided that you guys deserve to know this information in this format yesterday. So I went through everything, and yeah, so that's what we're doing. So to reiterate, when we hit 1,000 viewers on YouTube, there will be a raffle for once we hit 1,000 viewers on YouTube, there will be a raffle for either a back in the deck terrain set, which is awesome because dungeon tiles get expensive, y'all. You know, I know, we all know how expensive this stuff gets. We have our Cthulhu dice roller, our Angel of Death dice roller, and of course, we have our IDW donated Ninja Turtle expansion for Zombicide. And if you guys are as cynical as a lot of my friend circle, I get you. But if you're going, well, I don't play Zombicide, so why would I want those? Dude, the minis are awesome. They're really, really awesome. And if you paint them up and put them on your shelf, you're great. I want to say seriously thank you to the guys at IDW and the guys at Zombicide for donating those, because they believe in what we're doing. I want to say thank you to the Patreons, all the Patreons out there, and specifically Shannon Lay and Paul Mansfield. You guys are amazing for what you guys have been doing. And to my new friends, you guys watching that we hooked up with at San Diego Comic-Con. Help us get the word out. Help us get the channels up and going. There'll be many live updates after we hit 1,000 subscribers. That is when we'll be allowed to update from mobile devices instead of packing up a camcorder, a computer, mobile hotspot, subscribers, Vixen. We're talking, push the subscribe button, hit the bell for notification. As soon as we hit 1,000 of those, we'll be able to upload from our mobile devices anywhere that we're at. But until we get those, then in order to upload from the road, we're talking an extra 3 hours of work and 45 pounds of gear. That is no exaggeration. I'm talking tripod, camera, light, at least one LED light, along with the laptop and its plug, and either a mobile hotspot that's better than my phone, or finding free Wi-Fi, which means running to a Starbucks or a Coffee Bean or any local coffee house and then paying another $5 to get access to their Wi-Fi to upload the video that I had to take 20 minutes ago and all that jazz. But once we hit 1,000 subscribers, okay, then YouTube will take us seriously and I can upload on the road with the people that I'm standing with. So when I'm at a convention and I'll be like, hey, you're on YouTube Live, say what's going on to the Deckers, tell the deckers about the books that you're writing. Tell them about your experience as a nerd of color, or an LGBT nerd, or, you know, let them know that their voice matters. And you guys will see in real time the people that are on your side, who have lived your stories just like they live mine. And we can get the word out there faster and harder. But at the moment, you know, we're at 161. So I'm begging and I'm offering a raffle. That is what we're doing. So let's call it like a little bit of an exchange. So yeah, and again, we have the road to hit and all that stuff. But I didn't plan on this for being a full 1 hour show. So I want to thank you guys for coming down and showing up. But there we go. All right, I got the music going. And again, if you guys have any questions or comments about the stuff that we are working on that, that's cool. I am here to answer your questions. If you got my card at San Diego Comic-Con, feel free to call the office. I did the thing where I have a cell phone that's linked into the office, so whenever you call the number, you're going to get me directly. For now. And for now, I mean like for the next 10 years. But send us an email at backinthedeck@gmail.com. That's backinthedeck@gmail.com. Thank you for being here on YouTube. Sure, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, share, help us get up to those 1,000 subscribers. And of course, if you don't know how you can do all that stuff, just hit the share. And when you hit the share, to get us subscribers or stuff like that, leave a comment on our video. I'm gonna be, once we hit the 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a thing. Leave a comment so I know your name, and then you can hit us. I'll be hitting you up on the back of the on the back end of the YouTube channel, and that's how we'll set up the PO box and all that other jazz. But that's on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at backinthedeck, Twitter and Instagram. We're on Instagram all the time, and they're both at symbol BACKINTHEDECK. That's at backinthedeck. And of course, check out our SoundCloud. Download all of our audio and all that stuff. We give that to you for free for showing up, so thank you guys. And again, share us out there, help us boost the signal, help us get all that stuff going on. I really want to give an extra thank to all the people that I met at San Diego Comic-Con. I don't want to drop names because that's tacky according to Weird Al Yankovic, but hey, thank you, Jess, for being there and showing up. And I'm talking Jezzer Zeus at Jezzer Zeus Vlogs. Thank you guys for showing up. Thanks for joining the Deck Mob, and we'll be checking out your YouTube channel like pretty much after this whole thing is done. And of course, if anybody tells you guys that you can't like what you like because of the circumstances of your birth, be it race, religion, creed, gender identity, sexual orientation, your disability, or your budget, you just tell them that we said to take any of those cards and put them back in the deck. This is Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer. We're chiming in with a very special episode of Darkcide of the Room, and we will see you guys next time. Definitely tomorrow on Buster Recap. Check out the Twitch page at twitch.tv/BID_P. All right, thank you guys. I will talk to you soon.